is Gaithuma. I'm a life coach on transformation. My journey began 2 years ago, and it didn't begin with a good thing that any of you could call good. It began with a very difficult thing. I got sick. I got depression, and it took me to a psychiatric ward. I was totally going insane. I had psychosis. I could hear voices in my head. It all began with an anxiety attack, and my husband asked me a very deep question, which at that time, I'm not even sure how I took it seriously, but he just asked me, "Caro, are you going mad?" And the following morning, I just went to Aga Khan and went to see a psychologist to find out if really I was going mad. And that's where my treatment began. So I began a long journey of tablet after tablet after tablet. All the tablets had side effects, and then I would get tablets for the side effects of the previous tablets and so forth, until I was doing 9 pills 3 times a day. That's like 27 pills in a day. And I was like a zombie. So what happened is my business closed. I had a shop on Moy Avenue. I had to close it down because it wasn't running while I was sick. And I had just quit my job. I went home to no job, no business. People were going to work, going to school. And so I was left alone in the house. And at that point is when I began hearing my still voice. I began hearing insights that I didn't know. It's like someone was talking to me from somewhere deep within myself. And so I began to write and just to listen and to get the insights. And I also began to Google about stuff that came to me. And somehow I came across the profession of life coaching. And so I would listen to YouTube videos and watch them and just read up stuff about life coaching. And I came through a lot of stuff, energetic healing, so many things I came across on the internet. And so in the process, I landed on a page that was a Kenyan page. And that's how I came to learn about life coaching. And I trained. And after I trained, then I began practicing with my friends around me. Now that still voice told me to open a shop in my estate. And so I opened a baby clothes shop. And when I opened a baby clothes shop in my estate, I would get women who would come and tell me a lot about their lives. They would tell me stuff that even their friends don't know. And the minute I began to question, why do these women who are strangers to me come to talk to me about stuff about their life? I began to think that maybe it's something that I have that I really don't know that I have. And so I started listening more keenly. And that's how come I realized that I'm being called to women. Because everyone who told me a story about their life, I realized that had a connection with the story of my life. And so I began taking it seriously. And so I've been coaching women on various levels in their lives, whether they are professional, whether they are stay-at-home moms, whatever they are going through. And it's funny because as they heal, I also heal. And that's why we decided to come up with this program to talk about our life stories, because the more I learn from my life story, the more I'm able to help someone else learn from my story. But before I learn from my story, no one else can learn from it. And many times we are still the victims in our stories. And so we are not able to come out and learn the lessons as victims. You have to come out from the place of victimhood to the place of power. And so that's what the whole event is about. It's about learning from your own story. What is your story right now? What are you acting as a victim to? And it's to help you step out from that place and see how this event in your life is serving you. And so the world can learn from your life story. So we are really glad to have you here and to just share these moments of our lives together so that we can learn from each other. Thank you.
The Story of My Life is an event that will help you back to wholeness and healing. It will turn you into the you that you are and connect you to your destiny.